When did we start? 2-3 years ago?
My first one was probably either 2 or 3 years ago, somewhere around there,
like that.
somewhere around about that.
Yep.
Probably, ticking over that.
Yep.
We're into about 4 of them so far, another 2 on the way.
On the way?
Maybe 3, I can't remember. Was it 2 or 3?
We're at 4.
2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 years, roughly in between.
Somewhere
It's
in
in
there.
between,
Somewhere
2021,
in there.
2022.
I think I started it just before Christmas. I think I interviewed, didn't I?
Yeah.
Got you on the Microsoft Teams chat and had a bit of a chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, just hit it off from the get-go, really. Some of them were, the best one I ever read was some lady who put this, she's a property buyer up in Queensland. Due to my outstanding success, I'll be opening my books for 1 week this 6 months, and send your details and I'll decide if I have, you fit into my client base.
Wow.
So fucking God, that is excellent. Fuck off. Where's the fuck off button for you? I've never seen the arrogance. And it was one of those classic real estate, with the blonde hair and the power suit.
Yeah.
You are kidding.
I think I know
You
that
are
is.
kidding. You know that one, do you? You probably do know that person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but that's very different. That's different, totally different business. But we're investors.
Yeah.
Very, very different to a lot of buyers agents. I think a lot of people don't know the difference between a regular buyer's agent and investment guys, right?
Yeah, exactly. That was just a dud. Still straight away, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
But then after the chat, you know what? That works.
Yeah.
You know what? Happy to tell them exactly what I want. No dramas in the communication. Communication's the key, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
That shit, I think there's a couple you threw at me. No, they're shit.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was like, okay, I think I know what you want. And yes, you do now. Go and find. And you did. So it worked really well.
And I think one of the best ones to touch on was I really loved the Durack purchase.
Yep.
I bought multiple in there, and it was when house prices went up super quick.
Yep.
And then the opportunity was there. It was the same amount of money that the previous owners paid for it 10 years ago.
Yep.
And they paid $355 off the plan.
Yep.
And we're paying the same money, $355, $360, 10 years later.
Yep.
With the 50% increase in construction costs post-COVID.
Easy.
That's a no-brainer, right?
Absolutely.
And I
no-brainer.
knew straight away. I sent it to you. You were on.
Did the
Because
maths.
you can see the value. It's about buying value. As long as you're buying value.
Yep.
In an in-demand market, someone's going to see it after you. The thing is, we're good at spotting it before.
Yeah, it's interesting. That property in particular, I think I've had 3 cold hits already on it this year. You're selling, what's happening.
Yeah.
I shouldn't really talk numbers too much, but I think it's gone up, 60% or something in
It's nearly
18
550,
months.
yeah.
18
350
months.
to
So it's been an unbelievable investment.
60%. Cash on cash return is good.
Unbelievable investment in that regard. So it was just the right point. We found the right point, found the asset.
Yeah.
Bang, away we go. And the plan worked, right?
Yeah.
Put a lot of effort into thinking through that plan, and we did it together, and we really worked out how to tackle it, and it got the result.
100%. Now, I want to piss on the stock market a little bit.
Piss on it all you like.
Cash on cash returns on that, 350 purchase, worth 550 18 months later.
Yep.
Cash on cash return 200% plus or 100% for each year you've held it roughly. We're not going into it too much, but can we get that in the stock market, and how does that?
Nah, stock market average return over the last 5 years, 6.8%.
Yep.
I'm very familiar with it because I'm going through my super fund, about to torch my super fund.
Yeah.
6.8%. Inherently, the stock market does double in value quicker than property.
Yeah.
If you take the Australian as a whole, but it's only just a little bit.
Yeah.
Every 7.8 years or something, it doubles
Yeah.
on the stock market, every 8 years in the property market.
Yeah.
But it's about picking your target.
Yeah.
It's about picking where you want to buy, where you want to invest, and the fundamentals of where we were hitting was just there. It made sense.
Yeah.
So, we picked the area, and so in that regard, you can't do that in the stock market.
Yeah.
Those sorts of super returns don't exist.
Yeah.
You'd be lucky to get 50% on a float, maybe a stag float, something, but other than that, no chance.
Floats are usually reserved.
Yeah, they are. You want to have a broker to
allocated.
get onto floats.
Yeah.
They're hard to get into.
Yeah.
And, what's their business to maximise it on the float, right?
Yeah.
So
They usually, on a
bit like
float, they come
developers.
back down, don't they?
they can, yeah. People take stag profits. You
Yeah.
get in at the buy price, you sell on day one.
Yeah.
And just take the profit and run.
Yeah.
I suppose the equation would be, Meriton, one of these guys,
Yep.
selling units off the plan.
Yep.
It'll take you 10 years to get your money back.
Yeah,
Because
you don't get your
they've
money
taken the profit.
No. And everyone's got a strategy to play in each respective field of investment, whether it's shares or property or whatever else. And, we've got our little niche that me and you work together on your strategy, and it's working incredibly well.
It's working very well. Yeah, big thank you, because it has worked very well. I can't say enough about the return.
Definitely. They
whole-
say townhouses don't make money. Have you heard people say that?
Silly. Doesn't matter. Again, the asset doesn't. The asset matters, but don't overthink it.
No.
You could buy a parking spot.
Yep.
And one of the best investments where they were selling parking spots for 25 grand in the 90s in Ultimo.
Yeah.
25 grand for a parking spot.
Yeah.
What's that worth now?
Yeah.
But 500 a month rent.
I promise
for
you
a parking
someone would have
spot.
complained.
You know?
I promise you someone would have said in 1990,
Yep.
25K is a lot of money. I would
Why
never
would you do
pay
it?
that.
Why would you do it?
It never ends.
And people have them laughing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, God knows what that'd be worth. Parking
Yeah.
spot in the city. So, yeah, it's all about that quality of that asset, understanding the asset. It's where the money is.
100%, buddy, 100%. Insights on property investment. So as an accountant, how do you approach the financial aspects of property investment? So I think we've covered a little bit of that, but what do you really look for in Paul and Alison's strategy?